build my gallows and build them high. Makes a long time climbing before I die.
Hello everybody, welcome to Shortbangers. I'm Matty.
I'm Colin.
And I'm John.
Good to have you here, boys. John, nice to have you back.
Thanks for having me on. I've not listened for a wee while, but I saw that Fattest Prickus was on, was it last week?
Oh, is that why he's back?
I don't know if he's... No, I'm not trying to reclaim the throne. I wasn't sure how often Fattest Prickus had been on, so thanks for vacating your space for a week to allow the cameo appearance.
Fattest Prickus was... did you take it when you were away since you're here?
Was that say again?
How did the court case go? Is that no way? That's why you took a period of absence.
I cannot confirm or deny that there was a court case.
We just assumed you were in bother for something.
I know. I mean, it's 1:45. I think if I'd been in court, I'd probably still be here with the tin flute on. But now I've just got like a scabby old hoodie, try to keep myself warm.
Fair dues. We weren't really meaning the day, but we're meaning in the weeks previously when you've been.
Well, do you know, there was I don't know if you remember, I think it was about a year ago, there was a boy murdered just a couple 100 yards down the road.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
So,
could have been.
Yeah.
If we
if it was to do with the bins, we owned in the boys' bins.
Aye.
Sure.
No, fuck the missus was going to get him a Christmas card. Like, she's got one written for the neighbours, and I was like, no, fuck him. If you're going to put it anywhere, put it in his bin.
Just open it up and the car just smeared with shite inside it.
Tape it to the inside, so the kids you've been in.
By the way, that'd be good. That's an idea.
Right, we'll get so Colin, how are you doing? We're just rudely neglecting to ask how you are.
I'm all right. I have half a day of work left this year, so pretty good.
That's decent. Good luck to you.
Is that half a day work or half a day effort? Because I know that they're not necessarily mutually exclusive.
To me, like, I mean, I only need a half day to do a day's worth of work. That's always been the case. So they're going to get a day's work out of me, even though I'm only there half the day. That's the situation we're in.
That's, I mean, I can't remember who was it.
Your annual review must be fucking brilliant.
I can't remember if it was you, Colin, that recommended the US Office.
I've not finished it yet. Yeah,
well,
John's seen it, I think. I've started watching this year. I'm only about season 4, season 5, kind of. Forgot about it actually now until you've mentioned it.
Well, we started watching it after giving it the peer pressure, right? Because we've established already I'm quite easily led on these things, and so we've been watching it. We're in season 3. In fact, maybe just started season 4 last night. But it's so easy to watch. You just kind of just finish one, just go straight to the next one.
Before you know it,
before you know it, you've lost like 3 years of your life.
And if you've got your TV set up properly, it just goes like automatically play the next episode. So there's no effort involved. It's amazing.
And it's
skip intro. That's what you need to do. I know you boys didn't always.
I quite like to be intro, but anyway, what you reminded me of having to do the half day's work was the manager saying, he's talking about Jim, and he says Jim can get things done like a report done in half a day. You know, like I'll do it in a day, but he thinks he's done it the right way. He's like getting showing off that it's taken him a day. Jim's obviously more efficient, so that's you.
For anyone listening that hasn't seen the US Office, watch the US Office. Then go on Matty's review or description there.
There's funny bits as well.
There are good bits. I would definitely recommend it. Thanks very much for getting me to go back and have a look at it, because I'd sort of dismissed it after the first couple of episodes. Anyway,
have you got to the bit with the first aid lesson yet? Sorry, I know you're keen to start, but have you got to the first aid lesson?
No. Unless I fell asleep through it.
I was properly rolling about the floor when the first aid lesson took place. That's a good moment for you to look forward to.
I'll watch out for it. Right, first question comes from Ray. Which banger would make the best Wayne Hennessy?
Is Wayne Hennessy the goalie?
Are you aware of this?
So what I know about Wayne Hennessy is that he karate kicked an Iranian player or something, didn't he?
Oh, hi, that's him.
Is there more to it, John, or is that?
Did you not do the Nazi salute in a restaurant or something? And Clay said it wasn't a Nazi salute.
I think what he said. I think what Wayne Hennessy had said was that he was ignorant of Second World War, Nazi history, German history, but also did something that looked very like a a Hitler moustache and a Nazi salute.
And was he scratching his nose and waving at somebody at the same time? Like,
Aye,
oh,
pretty
amazing.
much.
When is it acceptable to do that? Like, because it's been in comedy things and that where folk have done it for comedy effect. They put their finger across the top lip, and then I'm not going to do it on here, right? Obviously, because somebody will screen grab it, and then I'll get cancelled, right?
I think that's a really pertinent question, Matty, because when did putting your finger across your top lip just immediately signify that you were imitating Hitler, other than just imitating someone's recently grown moustache?
Is it not the fact that he also put his arm up?
Aye, it's a hand up at the same time. You need the combination, one or the other. Probably isn't enough to do it.
The salute probably is.
Well,
it could be.
But I think there's probably enough things that are similar to the salute that, depending on when the picture's taken, and again, I'm not going to do it because it could be fucking screen grabbed. But if you were waving to somebody at some point, depending on how you put your arm up, at some
as
point,
we do sometimes at the end of the show.
Yeah, your arm might be at that sort of angle. Do you know, like if somebody took a picture right at that moment in time?
You're right. Instead of making up an excuse like he did though, at the time, I can't remember what it was. It was a few years ago now.
It was terrible. It was like
ignorant of the World War II, right? Come on, I'm pretty ignorant to a lot of stuff in history. It wasn't a subject I enjoyed, but everybody knows about that, right? You can't not know. So that's bollocks. That's bullshit. Why did they not go down the route I was having a laugh with my mates and I was pretend because comedians do it, like you say?
Aye.
That would have been a better out. You say, well, we're having a laugh. You've got me out of context. It's like we're pissing about.
That's exactly it. He doesn't need to come out and say like, just because I did it, I'm a Nazi sympathiser or anything. He said I was taking the piss out of him. If anything, I'm ridiculing him. You should be congratulating me for it.
He's a fucking German, that boy. I was having a laugh, like banter.
Aye.
Like, if that would count as banter.
Do you think there's anyone?
Who decides?
Is anyone that's ever done like I'm not going to do it, obviously, but the Hitler moustache that we're calling it? Has anyone ever done that
on its
own?
A
Nazi sympathiser? Like, surely there's never been a Nazi sympathiser that's done like the sort of
the moustache. No, imagine the old days back in 1945. They were all standing, putting their hand like over their lip while they were saluting.
But was it John Cleese in Faulty Towers that did that? Aye. So was he the one that put the finger over and was doing like the goose stepping and he had the arm up and everything?
I don't know if he was the first, but he definitely did it.
He done it.
But there's never been a Nazi sympathiser that's done that, surely. That just the two things don't add up. Like you can't say Wayne Hennessy's a fucking Nazi because he's got his arm up and he's imitating a moustache. That's bollocks.
But attempted murder in the World Cup though, like so there's sort of similarities there because that was an absolute fucking shocker.
He's got quite the rap sheet now, doesn't he? I wonder what he's going to do next.
Right. You've got to wonder what religion was the Iranian. Maybe there's the link.
Maybe that's why the referee went straight for the red card and didn't have to rely on VAR for it.
They did have to rely on VAR for it.
Did they?
The referee booked them, which is incredible. Because I'm sitting at the time, I was watching it and going, what was he actually trying to do there, right? Because he's totally missed the ball. Like, and his fucking knee was in the boy's jaw, like 3 foot off the ground. They both jumped. Like, what was he attempting to do? Like that day. But it's funny that was a foul though. And did you see them arguing last night that it wasn't a foul in the Argentina game?
Aye.
For the penalty.
With the keeper wiped out the boy.
The goalie's just wiped the boy out. How do you think that's not a penalty? And they went to the referee guy, who, fair enough, normally backs the referees, but he actually just went, well, it's a foul, so that's why it's a penalty. Like, you know what I mean? They're still going, nah, it's not. If that's the game's gone and all that, and you're like, he's just fucking tripped him up, like 6 yards for goal. What was he meant to do? Let the ball go in? He was meant to no fucking foul him.
Aye.
I never saw it until afterwards. So was the ball going into the back of the net when the keeper wiped the Argentinian out?
I don't think the boy's going to get it.
Him.
I think the boy's going to get it, but it doesn't have to be a foul. Like, it doesn't have to collect the ball for it to be a foul. Like, if you think somebody's running down the touchline and it gets wiped out, they get the free kick for it, even if they weren't going to catch the ball before it goes out.
Yeah. Mental that they think that's not a foul. But anyway, that's not the point.
Besides the point,
they should be looking at the religion of the Iranian. We could maybe dig into that. And
do
then
you think
maybe get some hate campaign going against them?
Cast your mind back to the World Cup in 1986 in the hand of God. Was Peter Shilton maybe guilty of doing the Nazi salute there? And maybe if he hadn't been trying to do that and was
If he put
concentrating
both
on...
hands up instead of having that one over the
Instead-
lips, I
aye,
nearly done there.
So if you think of your picture in your mind, that's pretty much what he's doing. He's got the finger over the...
Aye,
and-
because there's going to be a reason that he didn't jump that high.
Aye. And that'll be why the referee's awarded the goal, because he's gone, fucking Nazi.
I've watched. Matthew Thermo would still, if he was still here, he would still argue to that day that there was no handball and it was Shilton's fault. Because he fucking, and I'm going, well, I would agree it's Shilton's fault. However, it's definitely a fucking handball.
aye,
Even
definitely.
the guy that done it has said he handballed it. So he definitely, it's definitely a handball. But I would agree. How could Shilton jump lower than Maradona?
Aye.
He's got his arms as well. Like, it's not even, Maradona doesn't even have his arms fully stretched.
Maradona's just put his hand on the top of his head, hasn't he? He's just like that.
Shilton's coming out with two hands up, but he's still.
I love how our conversations go off on tangent, and we've somehow reached Peter Shilton's secret Nazi.
There's only reasonable explanation, isn't it?
Well, the thing is, he is with pro-Brexit and all that as well.
Aye, that's it. It's
So
not a big leap for him and Matt Letizia. He's disappointing how he's turned out. I always liked Matt Letizia as a player. He was one of my favourite players growing up, and now you fucking see what he says, and you think, what a cunt.
I know.
Anyway, can say on Twitter you get a wee ban, just so you can. Right, Ian T asked, which non-sporting heroes have you met and did they live up to their reputation, / your expectations? And who would you like to meet but be afraid? And Ian says he'd love to meet Tim Booth, but I reckon he'd be lost for words and be disappointed in me, not Tim. So who have you met that's famous, it's not from the sporting world?
No, mate,
I've probably met folk, but I can't remember. One of my mates will come on that listen and remind me, oh, mind that time we met such and such. Oh, hang on. He's from Jackie McNamara Senior. I met him in Milan when Scotland played Italy over there, like 2000.
Aye. Did he have a famous
No, I know, but I know he's a footballer, but he's not. I'm trying to bend the narrative to fit the story. He's not a sporting hero of mine. Like, obviously, I never saw him play.
I spoke to Jackie in the Sportsman's in Musselburgh. We were at school with his son, not the famous one.
The lesser known McNamara.
Aye, he's just they're just boys for fucking Willowbrae, Portobello. They're just
but I'm from Livy, so. Anyway, cut a long story short, he saw my balls and told me to put them away.
Colin, you met anybody famous? We've had a few famous folk on the podcast now, eh? And nobody's really disappointed, didn't you think?
Oh, aye, like the comedians and that.
Aye.
Did you see
met
that
Chris Finn outside Liquid Rooms. He's a bit of a non-sporting hero because he's really funny.
There you go.
Did you see Martin Nelson's tweet yesterday about Martin Lewis had asked for money-saving ideas?
I forget what it was, but I remember being tickled at the time.
I laughed at it. Like he said, what piece of advice would you pass on to yourself? Like your I'm just going to fucking read it. I want to get it right. But it was about, so Martin Lewis asked for ideas for his Radio 5 live show. Which was, you retweeted all the fucking, no, here we go. Right. For tomorrow's podcast, tell us what one piece of money wisdom do you wish you could tell your 18-year-old self? What do you wish you'd known that you know now? A successful investment or gamble with hindsight doesn't count. And Martin Nelson said, shoplift luxury items when you have children with you. No one ever checks, but if you do get caught, you can pull out the old stressed, forgetful parent routine. I thought, very good
Decent
advice.
Aye.
Because you would get away with it, like, no doubt.
What kind of famous folk that they shoplifted? Was it Richard Madley? No, he got done for shoplifting. And who was the
Anthony Worrell Thompson?
Yeah, he was choring wine as well, I think, wasn't he?
Was he putting wine through the self-service as onions or something?
Oh, there's a policeman got done for that. Lost his job. He was putting everything through his grapes, I think.
Yeah.
And you think, imagine getting fucking losing your job for. Have we spoken about this before, Colin? I think we were talking about this when we discussed your scar as you go habits.
That was talked on air. Definitely not. Just in case it was to.
I'm sure
Apart from
it
any
was.
employment situations.
I'm sure. I'm sure it was.
No, but we're probably talking about the Fourth Road Bridge boys taking £1 for me, £1 for them.
Oh, aye.
Maybe. If I don't know, none of them will still be alive. It's that long ago now since they shut all that down. I imagine they'll do it so we can libel them.
Aye. It's
But
fine.
no, the pay as you go. We've definitely spoken about shoplifting, and I've never admitted anything.
No, I never said you did. I just said about your scanning your shop habits. There was no implication that you were up to no good there.
Oh, see,
I
right.
came where you got that from.
Because the scales are quite sensitive. Even like a birthday card that gets noticed if you've not done it.
Aye.
Do you find
You never
yourself
have light.
that when you scan something that's light, I end up slapping stuff down on the weighing platform just to make sure that it registers? Because I've been there too many times where, like a birthday card or a packet of chewing gum or whatever, it just goes, "You going to bag that?"
Aye. It is the most annoying message ever. Like an unrecognised item in the bag in there, and you're like, "It fucking isn't unrecognised. Just scanned it. You can't."
It doesn't really happen in Tesco anymore. That I think.
Do you?
I
But
think
do you
Tesco's
use
got it
that?
right.
Do you use the hand one to scan?
Sometimes.
So it doesn't
But
when you do
not a
that
lot
because
of
you've
the time I
scanned
do.
everything. You're not weighing it when you're putting it through.
No, even when I go to the normal one, normal self-serve, because I generally go to the self-serve, and I know I shouldn't, because you're doing folk out a job, but there's always a fucking queue. So if they could sort the queue, I would definitely go to the people.
There's also somebody that does the self-serve bit that comes and authorises when you've got booze and all that kind of thing.
They don't even need to come over anymore at the one I go to.
Aye,
They just
do it
look at you
remotely.
and go, "Aye, he's definitely 25."
See, in
Or
the
over.
supermarkets that you go to when you go to the self-service, do you ever stand and look about to see if there's a person, like a checkout operator there, and decide whether or not you want to chat to them? Because there's a couple of roasters at one of my supermarkets nearby, and I'll go, absolutely not. I'll go to the self-service.
Nah, there are a few the shop at Tesco that I'll stop and talk to sometimes, but never by choice. Never. It's always like if I turn around and I'm faced with them, and it's too late to fucking detour, and then I'll have polite conversation. Similar, I imagine, is when I bump into Lewis Stevenson there, that he's gone, oh, fuck's sake. Aye. So, swings and roundabouts, eh?
I wonder how many times folk have seen us when we've been out shopping and went, fuck, I'm not listening to they cunts again. I mean, you never know, but it must
Tens
have
of times. Literally single figures. Right, next question. Ian Borge said, if Wednesday equals 12 inches of snow and if Sunday equals 10 inches, why another 6 to 12 inches tonight? I think I get the question.
Wednesday's 12.
Yeah.
And Sunday's 10.
Yep. I'm not sure if this is like an actual maths puzzle or if there's something you need to work out there, or just, is there meant to be snow tonight? Is Ian getting a different 6 to 12 inches tonight? Other sizes of pizza are available.
Idea. I have no idea what the fuck's going on with this question.
Oh, hang on. Is this got reference to pizza where, is it, I saw something recently and it said something like you get more pizza in a 12-inch pizza than you do in a 16-inch pizza. Has it got anything to do with that, like in terms of surface area?
You definitely get more pizza in
a 16-inch than a 12. You would get more pizza in a 12-inch pizza than 2 6-inch ones.
Aye.
Or maybe it's something to do with that.
Aye. I didn't understand the question, Ian. I'm sorry. I'm sure it was good, and we've not done it justice. So
and we've not got a maths genius on here to do it. I thought where it was going was one of the ones, you know, the ones you see on Twitter and that, Facebook when I used to be on it, and it would have like an apple plus an apple minus 5 equals 10, right? And then you go, all right, so that equals 6 then. And then you go, and it does all that, and then it sticks a multiplication one in at the end because you make it do the.
What's worse with those ones?
Do the addition,
At the end, they'll do an apple, but that apple will have like fucking 2 leaves on it, and other apples have only got 1. Do you know what I mean? Like there'll be something fucking different about it, and you're like,
I just thought it was always the multiplication part
that
because it's not. They call it BODMAS or something now at school, which is
Oh,
remember what I mean.
brackets,
Brackets,
something,
over,
divide, multiply,
division.
addition, subtract.
Aye, and that's the order you would do a summon if they're all just in a line.
There was I hate these things like the things on Facebook and that, and they're deliberately ambiguous so that folk comment on it and then fucking fall out. Right,
Aye.
one was posted on Hibs.net. Right, Hibby Raj posted it. He says, I bought a cow for £800, sold it for £1,000,
Oh, is it one of these things?
bought it again for £1,100, and I sold it again for £1,300. How much did I earn?
I'm not working that out. That was too long. Stop listening.
Too long, didn't read. Well, folk can tweet us the answer to that one.
Colin's a maths guy. I'm saying too long, didn't I?
I'm not a maths guy.
I couldn't work it out, but you're a maths. Well, you tell me off for my maths all the time.
Aye,
Are you thinking about it, Colin? Like, what did you come up with, like, initially?
Well, he's initially made 200s, right? But then he's having to reinvest it. So he's got to have to add. He's got to have to spend 900 there, isn't he? I don't know, mate. I don't know.
All right, next question. Right, we'll move on. Stephen Bell. Is dipping chips into your soup weird? He says, I did it once at work and got looked at like I was Graham Ricks asking to pick up a stranger's kid from school.
Aye, it's fucking weird. Like,
Oh,
why would you have? How would you get chips at the same time as soup?
Maybe you got on this at the side here. You would normally have your soup before, but if you've got a wee side of fries or something, what would be different between dipping a chip and dipping bread or toast in?
Well,
I was out with the wee one.
Thing.
I was out with the wee one today to take it to see Santa, and we stopped for lunch afterwards. And me and the wife got the soup in the sandwich, and it was lentil soup. And I got her a tuna sandwich and me an egg sandwich, and I dipped my sandwich in the lentil soup. So I've got no qualms dipping anything.
Egg sandwich in lentil soup, like the bread on its own. You can just put the egg in it.
It was delicious. It was really, really good.
Fair play.
I think that's less weird than putting a chip in.
You think so?
What? A full sandwich is less weird than putting a chip in.
It's maybe because I don't know. I can kind of get on board with what Colin's saying for the point of view that chips didn't seem to be an accompaniment for soup, whereas a sandwich you would expect to see sometimes.
So soup and a sandwich go together, right?
Aye.
Whereas when would you go in anywhere and go, can I have a bowl of lentil soup and a portion of chips? It just isn't a thing you do.
So,
and I'm not saying that's incorrect. Like, I'm all up for challenging the norm and tradition and that.
You go in, you order soup. At the same time, your missus orders the chips because she doesn't fancy the soup. So you're sitting, bit of that, you want a chip? You say, aye, fine. You get it. You could dunk it in your soup.
You could, but it just isn't. It just feels like it would. Nah, it just feels wrong to me. It just feels wrong.
Apparently, dunking your fries in the milkshake at McDonald's is meant to be nice.
Nobody actually knows or not because the fucking milkshakes machines are never working.
The mythical milkshakes. Stephen, I'm on board with it. I think if you want to dip your chips in your soup, that's all right. I didn't see that as being.
I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying the question is it weird?
That was the impression you were given, yes. To be fair. Like,
so the answer is yeah to the question. Yes, it's fucking weird. I'm not saying I wouldn't try it.
Just to add to what I was saying before, because I don't think I explained it properly, I don't think that there's a soup that I can think of that would make for a good dunking. Like a creamy chicken soup, I can't imagine putting a chip in that, or like a carrot and coriander, or a lentil, or a tomato. Like none of them make me think, aye, that would go well with a chip. But whereas my sandwich and a lentil soup today, that seemed to be asking for it.
I see the similarities to bread with it. Like, it's just carbs, isn't it? Like, you're just dunking a bit of carb into.
Aye, but that's the thing. Carbs are a thing that you can't physically see. Like, bread is the thing. You know what I mean? Carbs is just what they create or what's in them, not the thing. There's a chip. It just doesn't feel. I don't know. It just.
Like you were saying, like toast people have been dunking toast in soup for millennia, so that just like it's
Why
just
would you
natural
not
for me to
just,
dunk
like-
a sandwich in.
Get if somebody was to, like, some folk get chips and curry sauce for the chippy, or
Yep.
or you cover it in brown sauce for the chippy, right? Just say, I just fucking lob that lentil soup on top of it, pal.
Was that no
That's,
like
that's
it's not,
effectively what you're saying.
it's not kicking the arse off of the dirty fries that you get these days, where it's all like chili and stuff that's put on
Easy
top of it, or pulled pork, and
Aye, true, fair enough.
they're decent.
Bit
It's
different,
a bit
different, 'cause
elite
it's no
between
sitting,
loaded
it's just
fries
swimming in.
and lentil soup.
But that lentil soup's thick, isn't it? Anyway, like so, it's
No.
it's not a huge deviation. What about that poussin? Is that what it's called with the gravy?
Oh, poutine.
Poutine. That's it. Poussin's
Yeah.
like a wee fucking chicken or something, isn't it? But can't there's like
It's a
poutine.
Russian president.
Aye. Where it's just cheese and gravy, isn't it? That's poured over it. That's not
Chips,
a million
cheese and
miles
gravy.
fit.
You ever had that?
Aye, but
Aye.
gravy's
Had
thick. Well, gravy's
Aye.
thick.
Soup.
But then soup isn't it really? Well, it depends what kind of soup you get. Like lentil soup, like I had today, is quite watery.
So
It can be. It can be. It depends how it's made.
cream of chicken soup or tomato soup isn't less thick than gravy.
Depends how you make your gravy.
I think I
Doesn't take-
disagree. I think the gravies
you
I
can
would associate with poutine are quite thick. Like no thick enough that you could like scoop it up with a spoon or whatever, but thick enough that it's not going to alter the consistency
There
of the
is-
chip. And I
There's
think
decent
doing
gravies
that
you
way
can get
soup,
that are
it
thick,
would-
Aye.
like rather than the runny, like stock.
Aye, nice thick gravy is probably thicker than a soup.
Which is then where it becomes more acceptable. I think that's where the minds are going, where minds and
Aye.
John's mind are. The thinner it is, the shiter the idea of dipping your chip in is.
Fair dues.
I think it would ruin the chips.
I
Think-
could enhance it. Like I would pour it
See,
over.
I think
but
soup
could-
enhances bread
the
because
dip
it soups
in.
it up, and
Mhm.
but it's not dipping and soaking it up like bread does. You know what I mean? You're just getting like a taster of it. You're not getting the soup in the bread. You know what I mean?
Aye.
It doesn't. It's not like a sponge. You know what I mean?
See, when you were wee, did you used to get tear up the bread and put it in the soup? So it was like
Aye.
wee floaters on it. What
Aye,
age
I
did you
think-
grow to doing that?
I tell you,
I still do it.
my wife's 47. Still does it.
Did she?
Mm-hmm.
Quality.
She'll not do it tomorrow. She'll not do it on Friday. Like, don't worry about that, right? But you can probably ask her, and she'll go, "What are you fucking saying on that podcast?"
I'll watch it. Listen like that.
I
I'll tap you on
I mean-
the alcohol. Watch.
know. But I know I shouldn't have fucking said it. I'm just going to get myself in an argument now on Friday. But she would do it in the house, aye. She would. I don't. I would dip it. You put butter on your bread if you're having it with soup.
Oh, aye. It's
Mm.
better, but so it would,
I think so.
yeah, I would. Same with butter toast. Butter toast and chicken soup's fucking immense.
Toast. I've never done toast and bread. No soup, like.
Have you know?
No. Just have a bit of bread normally.
It's nicer with toast. I like
See, recording at tea time
food.
deteriorates.
Aye, right. We'll call it out. Halt it then. We're out of time. Right. Thanks for sending the questions. Good questions tonight. We've got tons of other good questions to do in Shortbangers Extra, which is for subscribers. You can subscribe for £3 a month at our Twitter accounts. Go to Twitter, click the wee link in the bio, follow the instructions. In no time, you'll be set up as a subscriber. Get loads of extra content. Get yourself a wee Christmas treat. Why no? Thanks for sending the questions. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Well, they trailed me down when I broke free. I drank all the whiskey in Tennessee. I don't drink water, no,